I mean, we'll start with recording. No, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Since Jerry's not here, I will. Well, he is here. Jerry, do you want to find some happy bucks from there, or do you want me to do it?
Oh, go ahead and do it. Find me $1 because I don't even have a Rotary shirt on today. So, yep, find myself $1 and I'll give $1 I owe you guys for being here at the beach when you guys are working hard there.
Well, thanks for joining us virtually. Can you hear us okay without the microphone, Jerry?
It's not bad.
Especially when you're not talking to the mic.
Well, we'll start off with happy bucks. If anybody has, I see happy bucks over there.
My wife's naval surgery is successful on Sunday.
I got some happy bucks. One in honor of December 7th for Harbor Day. All the servicemen that lost their lives in their dedication to our country, and also December 8th is a pretty big day too. It's my wife's birthday today. And it's their number 60th today. So, wow.
Did you really want that to be recorded? I'm just saying, you know.
She won't mind. She does well. And then last thing, happy buck, is I know last week, you all know that I didn't make it because my daughter was in the emergency room the night before. And we had a little scare as the week went on. I told the board yesterday, so I can update the other members. So she was having some almost blacking out type stuff and things like that. So they did an MRI on Friday, and then they called us back Friday and asked her to come back in because they saw something and want to take a better look at it, which scared us tremendously. So that was Saturday, and then they let us know that what they saw wasn't there. So anyway, the MRI came back normal, so still don't know what's causing it. It could be a concussion factor. But regardless, it's not as bad as we were getting ourselves hyped up. So Thanksgiving.
Maybe it's been going to happy bucks, but I'd like, since Jerry's not here, I thought I'd go on record that my email for application or approval didn't arrive. I just sort of. I didn't.
Okay.
No big deal, but it's, if you got something to write, like you could put down CBB.
Yes.
656 at Gmail.
See, Charlie Bravo Bravo.
No, Charlie Victor Bravo.
Charlie Victor Bravo. Okay.
56.
I got it where I wrote it down here. So let me double check.
My fingers get in the way if I try to do that on the phone.
Charlie Victor Bravo 656 at gmail.com.
Right.
Okay. I'll send it again.
Thank you very much.
No problem. Hey, Brian, find me $1 for that too.
Oh, I didn't mean to get you fined.
So I guess, I don't know, stock is 60, it's pretty much all over now.
The golden years.
I'm not sure what they call the golden years.
I'm gonna leave it quiet too.
And today's my granddaughter's 21st birthday.
And you know what? We'll leave the fines alone. So there I go. Oh.
Actually, one other thing, I got 2 entries into this PlayStation thing, and if I win, I have absolutely no interest in PlayStation, anything, so if anybody does, and I would let me know, and for a donation to the polio fund, we need to have a PlayStation. Yep.
So Tom, you would start out by saying, can I say something else? And then you go right into it, not giving anybody a chance to say, no, you can't.
So
That's a
fine.
pretty good deal. I like that. I tried that in the classroom, it doesn't work.
That's how you close the sale.
I usually, when I was starting, I tried to find anybody else that tried to find. Something I could.
It works, doesn't it?
But anyway,
It's more money.
we have a couple of guests that we're gonna be introduced here, immediately, because I'm gonna turn this over. As we know, we had a cap grant, so our cap grant for you guys, every year we have an opportunity to apply for a cap grant through our district, through Rotary, and it's $1,000 grant. We have to match $1,000, it's $2,000 thing. And we identified the food pantry as where we want to do it. So the two people that did the majority of the work on this are Dave Robinette and Rick Wilson from the West End of the presentation.
They wrote it, applied for it, got money, group of checks. I ordered some stuff online.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, and I'll have to carry that printer out. Who do we full color printer? We have a laptop and a brand new iPad.
Thank you guys very
Mr. Brenda had identified those items.
Yes. Has everybody at the Rotary seen the new pantry?
We had a tour.
Yeah, meeting there.
I haven't made it there.
I've seen it on television a lot. It's featured on like Sun Truck ads or something. One of the auto dealers in town gave away
Sewer. Yes.
in $45,000. They did.
Yeah, and they've agreed to, raise money for us again next year.
Excellent.
So, yeah, it's pretty amazing.
You buy a car, it's like $200 to go into a charity of your choice out of this list. You guys want. That's what
I have 3 charities, but we're the only local one, and we got the lion's share.
Wonderful.
I know, it's pretty nice.
Yeah. Thank you guys very much.
You're welcome. We'd like to have a little photo op if we can.
And can we clap for you?
And I
A
know
lot of
Ken,
people.
I'm sorry, so I can get it right. Your name
Yes,
is-
I'm Angela Gobble, I'm board president after Ken was the last president, and you were one, but, if it's okay, I just want to say thank you that the laptop and the iPad, we have a brand new intake system where clients come in and we check them in, and with the iPad that you gave us, we can now actually walk around freely and talk to people and check them in, and then give them the amount of food they need based on their family size. So what you've given us has allowed us to be a lot more efficient with the intake and serve more people, so we are truly grateful. Thank you.
So the box is up.
Which box?
They don't have it.
No, we're giving it to them today.
And then, could you give us a little update? I understand that Mr. Brenda, had to go back to the very flight stuff. Do you have, the person yet, or?
Sister Brenda was kind of like Ken Crowder. She had so many hats, she needed 3 racks.
Right.
Okay, and it just got to the point where she wanted to go a different direction.
Yeah.
And, you know, she parted on good standing, and we love her, but it was the best decision at this time.
So she has, like Ken said, she has 2 other jobs, so she decided it was, especially with her ministry, it was too much. The board has decided to kind of take a deep breath, and we're going to regroup in January and go over the job description and start a search. We're not going to start a search until our next board meeting. So sometime next year, we'll have a new executive director that will. At the moment, we're just trying to get through the end of the year and audit.
Brian, that pantry has grown, it's one of the biggest in the county. You know, this past summer, we literally had the National Guard there helping us, did you know that? And it's really something. Anybody that hasn't seen it yet, you need to go. I want to be with you, okay? Wow.
So, why is because we're in the school district, right?
Well, yes, that worked out. Up on Lackland, we were paying exorbitant rent, and the partnership with Rotary is a lifesaver. That's just working out great for everybody, and it's a good use of the building.
But with COVID, it's been 100, I mean, it's been so needed, because at one point in COVID, we were serving 500% of our normal, 5 times what we normally serve. So it peaked, now it's back down to, it seems to be evening out at about twice what we used to serve.
How many families?
It's about 75 a day. It's 50 to 75 a day, whereas pre-COVID it's 20 to 25. But at one point, our peaks have been up as high as 125 families a day. So it's, if we didn't have a facility, I don't know what we've done during COVID. I mean, it's just been crazy. But I do think it's leveling off to about twice what we used to serve.
You mentioned Rotary. Did you read or hear recently that the kids of the Rotary schools collected almost 20,000 cans? Did you know that?
We start those.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember that.
that's the one.
Up on Lackland in the garage,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's right.
And sort the bacon, and sort the hamburger, and sort the every, not just the can.
The reason it has such a meaning to me, that idea started in my classroom, and we got 1,200 cans the first year, and we thought we was the top of the wall. Compare that to almost 20,000. So it's been quite a success. And thank you all very much. This is a very nice gift. Wow, I'll sure hope you're happy.
Let's stand by the merchandise over there and get a little photo out.
You don't need to stay for the rest of the meeting, because it's just a business meeting after that, it's boring.
Well, come on, it's not that good.
Oh, of course.
All right.
I'm gonna grab the camera.
You can do it, it's your president. No, man. Ken? Steve over here. A little photo op.
Dr. Kassett, good to see you, sir. Good to see you.
I know, right?
For a little bit. Just anywhere else.
Yeah.
Bring it in.
All right.
Yeah, come on.
Hey, stand up, will ya?
That's it? Want to take a name picture?
Yeah, okay.
We know each other.
We want to be on,
Tom, did you get it? I see nothing flash. Is it there?
Oh, got enough light.
all right. We're there. We're gonna rock it. In the local live and on Facebook. Part of our capture responsibility.
Well, sure.
Could you send it to Ken or?
Yep.
You want to do this now? Or I don't think
Oh, happy to.
Where's that door go right there? I'm working on that one.
Yeah, that is a spiral of staircases.
No good.
You want to bring a truck
I
around?
will.
Here,
Thank
the
you.
light part.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This will put this to good use.
Good. Thank you. Thanks for all you guys did.
Thank you.
You'll walk out with me.
Yeah. I'll see you also.
Well, I'm gonna go, through, so it's a business meeting today. And I was telling Todd earlier that Jerry did the minutes yesterday after our meeting, and I, at work, ran off 20 copies to and stapled them and put them on my desk, and there they stand. So anyway, I realized that this morning when I got in my truck and they weren't there. So I went in, I printed one copy for me real quick, my printer at home, I'd still be there, but I printed one for everybody. So thanks to technology, we'll at least have it up on the screen. And I'm gonna breeze through some things, because there's two things in particular we want to spend some extra time on. I'll try to be brief as we go through things. So one thing is always the treasurer's report. You know, let's Bruce talk a little bit about how we're doing on the money situation.
And I have a yeah. And let's see, we have the scholarships to take care of. We need 1,500 for the Rotary students and then 1,500 for Central Methodist. And let's see what we need to pay yet. Just the Rotary by the end of the year of around 1,000. So that's what it is. That's gonna take a big chunk of our balance. So I have to go through some of that and I'll take that done.
Well, you spent a pretty big chunk of money.
Yeah.
And you got to turn off the spending.
Yeah, that was, with the grant, the printers and all that, the total was $1,000.
And dictionaries.
And the dictionary was 3,500, the coats were 1,000, so we've been busy spending money off of this cost. So that's really.
Okay. And then foundation, how do you want to just briefly? Oh,
Yeah, that's another, they'll be close to $800, $900 of numbers, funds that'll, we need to spend it at the end of the year too.
We have a goal of 10,000. Basically, right now, we're at about 13,000 in the annual fund. We're close to $2,000 on folio. You know, our total contributions are over $14,000. As far as the goal in the district, we're fourth highest in the district goal, but we're competing with clubs that have 63 members, 130. You know, we've got 20 members, but I think the exciting part for the district was that there's I guess it was a state settlement or a contribution in Maytime for $100,000 to the foundation. Seriously? Yeah.
Wow. One of the former members.
Very nice. We went to see through with you.
Deceased.
Yeah, so the state settlement for $100,000. So that's really a plus for the district. But we're 600 and some odd dollars per capita member.
So we continue to support the foundation very strongly. So in the membership report, we can just kind of skip down a little bit. Buck obviously is interested in applying. Probably would have had an application filled out here if it would have reached me by email today, but we'll make sure that gets to you. We'll get it to you.
Can I spring over your business? or should I-
Yeah, or you can bring it next week either way.
Okay.
Whichever way you want to
What's
do
your,
it.
what's your normal business hours? I mean, you don't have to be there, but I can drop it off.
We're open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, and 9 to 1 on Saturday. Um,
Chuck, I'll start to add you on, not start, I will add you on our weekly newsletter.
That'd be great. Thank you very much, John. You were able to collect, I'll come over my evening. Were you getting it when I thought?
Yep, I got it.
Okay, good.
Youth report, Ryla, the board discussed about, so we always send two students to Ryla. And we definitely are planning on doing that again this year. We discussed, opening up the borders a little bit. We had trouble getting, applicants, or people that want to do it last year. So we're either gonna do 2 from Rittner or 1 from Rittner and 1 maybe from Parkway North, since that's a school district that we're currently. We'll do at least 1 for sure from Rittner. We might have to do 2. Jerry's reaching out to someone from Parkway North. We did our service reports, and we got our scholarships. We're Ann's coordinating meetings, getting stuff ready for that for this coming year. We got our Make It Change grant was completed. We've done our TAP grants completed. Now I guess we have a little bit of paperwork left to do on that. Thanks again to Dave and Ned for coordinating all that. The coach has been, Bruce has already mailed off the check. I'm sure the coach has been delivered to Rittner. So that's moving along good. Hoodies, Rittner knows that we're made a commitment to do hoodies with them again, and the way that worked 2 years ago was Rittner, somebody at Rittner High School purchased the hoodies and we basically reimbursed them, and they put the emblems on and everything. So we're just waiting on a bill from that, whenever that may happen. Okay. Two of the big things that we have to address today. One of them is officers for next year. Right now, Jerry's
Everything.
Jerry's our only officer that signed up besides, and I don't ever want to overlook treasurer, because that's a big job. And Bruce has committed to that for the time being, hopefully for a long time. But we need other officers, and we need them sooner than later. We're supposed to turn in officers this month for next year, and we need a minimum of president-elect and secretary. I guess is the minimum we need. So we do have a president-elect, luckily, but we're needing more there. So, like everybody, consider volunteering to step in. I will tell you this, that the people in this club make it really easy, because I would say that I have not done my fair share of it this year, all the COVID stuff, and so many people, Kevin Davis, executive secretary, is awesome. And Mitch Graham, I mean, there's just everybody, I don't want to leave anybody out. There's so many people do so many things with this stuff that makes it relative. So anyway, like anybody consider stepping up to do that.
Brian,
Yes.
the order is sergeant at arms, secretary, president-elect, president, that's how it goes.
Correct. Yes. In a proper function. When we have enough people.
I put my head into sergeant at arms because the one of these are here, and that's part of it, and can do anything in 4 years. And also,
Well, you won't get turned down.
Except
Or club know about, Jerry putting his ad in?
Well, I was gonna be.
Okay, I'll let that be that. I'll let that
I was gonna let Jerry. Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, everybody else, you know, if you can think about, you know, what you might be able to do. Jerry, that's a good segue for you. If you'd like to say something here real quick about what you're looking at doing.
Okay, I have sent in an application to get in line for district governor. So I've talked with Todd a bit, talked with Dave, and I think this is a good time for me. It gives me something to do. I won't be laying around the house as much. So I think it's a good step and it's a good time. So we will see what happens.
So that's quite a commitment, Jerry.
That's 5 governors, no. 4 governors on this club since 2000.
Well, that's assuming they accept my application. So, you know, it's kind of like officers for our club. I think they're flooded with applications.
that's always the issue.
You didn't get the notice, obviously.
No, I have not yet.
You what? No, with Jill, yes, so that's 5.
Okay, I mean, she wasn't in the club.
Right, but she was started to roll in this club, so 5 governors. Literally 1/4 of our membership.
So, Brian, we just add that, you know, started at our secretary, president.
Well, we didn't.
Just
tell
didn't
you
tell you
that.
And I
Jerry's sergeant at arms, secretary, president elected.
Did I hear Tom volunteer for Sergeant at Arms, Secretary, President-elect?
All 3 at once.
He volunteered for one of the 3, just like you.
Oh, okay.
I like going to Jeff City in March.
Very good. So anyways, any other discussion on that before our last topic that I guess we gotta talk about? Okay, I'll move on. So, you know, this isn't a secret. We've been talking about needing or possibly needing to change our name from Overland Rotary Club to ... to be determined. And like to get everybody, you know, the board's been discussing it and things that we've identified is really not a good place for us to meet in Overland any longer. And there's no close clubs around us. Maybe we should expand our service area or area a little bit. And therefore, does that need should we consider an name change? So the board feels like we probably need to move in that way, but let's get everybody else's input into that.
I like the idea, it might give us a chance to get some media attention and, or, you know, word out in the public what we're doing.
Anybody else have any thoughts around it?
I know I brought it up a couple of times. I brought up the name change a couple of times, so obviously I'm in favor of it. But I think one of the things in St. Louis area is very parochial. And if we were to look at just across the street down a little ways into Westport, and we come with them with the Overland Club, one of the objections maybe is, I have nothing to do with Overland.
Right.
Which if we look at it, how many in this room really have something to do with Overland? And it's not that many. So if we make it slightly more generic, so to speak, more inclusive, more open, more, I'm not sure what other word to use. We would eliminate that objection. It may not, we're still gonna have to work with members. But it will eliminate an immediate objection of getting me off the hook right away, just why I didn't do it over. So I'm done. Thanks, but
I
no.
think we also, we have not been able to increase our membership. what else, whether there will be activities, businessmen will be not been able to do that. So this opens up another potential there.
Yeah, and our name needs to reflect it.
And, you know, I think that we all have a lot of sentimental ties to the name Overland Rotary Club. So I mean, it's not an easy decision in any aspect, I don't think, but, you know.
And we
But
will not,
looking going forward is what I'm,
we won't lose the history. I mean, the history of the Overland Rotary Club will always be there.
So we got a new name.
75
that the
years.
board is behind?
I'm sorry.
Have we got a new name that the board is behind?
so the way that, so our timeline that we talked about at the board meeting is to have this all done by the next Rotary year, so like July 1st.
Ah. okay.
So, and to get full club involvement in things as much as possible, because, you know, some things that the board has to always do, but in this case, I think we felt like the club needs to be involved with the decision making of it.
Actually, has to be a letter, you know, that is signed, but there's so many members in there, election to tell, notice to send out.
Look at all the rules, the right rules of what we did. So we have, so first, is there any more discussion? Anybody else have anything they want to say on eating or about changing the name?
Anybody opposed?
Well, I have a comment. I probably have an access to the Maryland Heights Chamber of Commerce. They meet on Wednesday, and I have a very good friend of mine that is part of that. And I can show up as a guest of theirs with a name other than Overland is probably a very good idea. Because,
Again, Overland Maryland Heights.
yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you know, we gotta name something different than just Overland. I think these people in Maryland Heights would appreciate it. So that's what I'm talking about. Where's the nearest Rotary Club outside of Overland? Is it Florissant, Clayton, Kirkwood,
And then west.
And
Most
then
likely.
Kirkwood, and then Baldwin,
St. Charles.
Kalispell, St. Charles.
Two is really nothing right around here. Before I start. We want Lambert, what else we want? West County, Westport, what used to be Westport,
And Chesterfield's going in.
Ferguson, John.
So,
I think if we limit it, like put a geographic area on it, then we may wind up eventually with the same issue. As far as, well, I'm not in Fort, so I don't really want to belong, or I have nothing to do with Maryland Heights, so I don't want to belong. That's, you know, that's one of the things that Doug Bray cautioned us with, is not necessarily tie us down to a geographical area. I know that's historically the way it's done, but
Today's coming out in Rotary.
Yeah.
Recently, that bewilders me, but I'm an old part, so. And maybe we should be the Big Horizon Rotary Club or. I have no idea.
so we've got a few and
Okay.
and we want to throw things out, not, because we're not out to make a decision today on what it's going to be called. Or, you know, this can kind of progress into a brainstorming session on names. But before we get there, just to make sure, are there any other comments about the need to change names? Bob, you've been in the club for a long time also, so.
My original office location was in Clark's Pharmacy, and it's empty, and it's been empty for a while. It's a heck of a location, very visible. I think we can fill the place and have a lot of fun with it. I think we ought to look into it. If you're on you, I'll try to find out. Later, I believe the owner of the building was here. He said, no, he's not okay.
The one guy that's the owner of that building is paying $17,000 a year taxes. Where is he going? Idiot. Yeah. Idiot.
Yeah, we couldn't afford afford to
Yeah, but I didn't know it.
renovate or rent it.
Allowed it.
So as far as the name change, so here's some of the ones that have come out and even one of the, I'm just gonna throw it out there just because even though one of them, we've already come up with a reason not to do it that way. And so, one was Overland Trails. So it has the word Overland in it. One is Midwest County. One that Dave Mueller threw out was Spirit of St. Louis. And one was, that Mitch had thrown out that he's rescinded, but I'm still gonna tell you what it said, was St. Louis County Sunrise Club. But Doug Bray had told Jerry that you may not want to tie it in because it could change your time that you meet, therefore you have to change the name. So,
St. Louis is kind of catchy.
what's that?
Spirit of St. Louis is kind of catchy.
And we're open to other ideas, you know, let's say it's a brainstorming type thing here today.
Mountain City Rotary.
I think we're trying to put the spirit was
That's what we'll-
try.
You know, one thing that I thought was, the idea that when you meet in the morning like this, especially now where we are, so way centrally located at the highway. And I joined Overland because I moved my business. That's why I joined the ODA, that's why I joined Rotary. But I live in Rock Hill. And, you know, I'm here in 15 minutes in the morning. So the idea that we could pull from literally anywhere in the city or county certainly opens us up for membership possibilities. I think that's the biggest thing is people just don't want to meet in the morning. You know, I couldn't join another Rotary club because there's no way I could close once a week to go to a lunch meeting.
And that's where a lot, I mean, that's the niche we fall in right now. We're the only morning club.
When we switched to a morning club, we picked up what, 3 pharmacists?
Yeah, pharmacists, Bill and I, and
Roman, you, they picked up, huh?
We had a ton of bankers for a while.
Yeah, but the morning meeting was the people that had a retail business.
I was concerned when I heard you say about changing meeting time. As a proposed member, the reason I'm here is because you meet at 7 in the morning.
The people here, the morning works for us.
Yeah.
That's why we're members here. But I'm thinking 20 years down the line or something.
Oh, I'm having a problem with 20 years.
Whatever.
At least Dr. Gundy's correct, I said 101, but I.
And every once in a while, we do an evening thing, or we do we might throw in a meeting here and there, and so.
But I think that he made a very good point over there, as a businessman, you can squeak some time out in the morning, but the middle of the day, you've got to be on call. Right. And then to ask someone to block that out 52 weeks is a lot.
It would take you an hour and a half to go out of your day.
What a disruptive idea. I mean, I guess the other thing I'd like to mention is that Effingham, Illinois was where I was a member. And they had a noon club. Now it grew extremely large, but they started a sunrise club that met in the morning and went over very well.
Rotary Club, Greater St. Louis area.
I don't want to write this down.
Then just bumped off a few of them. Yeah.
I was thinking along those lines.
Used to, they file an objection, but I don't think that's in there anymore. Since they did away with territories.
Yeah.
How about St. Louis Sunrise? That's all that.
St. Louis High was tied to the sunrise.
I mean, so one of the things.
Maybe that's not a big deal.
You know, I couldn't be here for like, I'm retired.
Well, I guess, when we're looking at expanding the club too, just as other discussions we had, I'm not. We've also talked about doing a hybrid type thing where maybe 3 days a week we meet in the morning, one day, and 3 days a month we meet in the morning, and 1 week a month we meet in the evening, or something like that. And then that would kind of take the sunrise.
That's true.
I'm not saying that's what we're gonna do, I'm just saying, we're just trying to keep open for down the line. And that's, and.
Make the name.
Rotary Club of St. Louis. Yeah, I
Well, of
know.
course you like it. You brought it up.
I did,
Oh,
mine was great,
sorry,
greater St. Louis area.
I wasn't,
Yeah,
sorry,
greater St. Louis.
I missed that.
And
No, I just like, don't even say town, just Greater St. Louis, we're the greater
Greater
Columbus.
St. Louis.
you know, if
It means they're the lesser.
Exactly.
They don't have as many governors out of their club as we do, so.
Well, over time, probably.
True.
Well, we gotta be careful because anything we tie into St. Louis, we have to separate ourselves from the one that is St. Louis.
Well, that's why we say we're the greater. St. Louis.
Greater St.
They
Louis.
would know that.
I mean,
I'll give you club 11,000.
It has so many meanings, it's so many different levels.
Yes.
Well, but whatever we do, we're gonna have to give some sort of geographic. No,
Right.
not in the name. No.
We should define it.
locality, that's what they call
Yeah, well, we should define it for our own benefit within our bylaws or something like that. But as far as the name, like you said, the.
it. What's the one down south in Cape?
Well,
Service, Cape Charles.
yeah, something like service.
Service name,
Yeah,
all they do is service, they don't just generally meet unless they're doing something.
This is a new club.
yeah,
Yeah.
Linda started. Linda do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just keep your own service. Club.
Which, by the way, I'll jump in here. Linda has agreed to be our program on January the 19th.
All right.
Okay, the full program.
Full program, yes.
It was scheduled that week, you know,
I think Bob Ketchef.
so Bob, you're,
You're off the hook.
the week that you were scheduled for the program,
We have
someone from the district is coming and doing a program, so you don't have to worry about it.
Okay.
Okay?
Tell my wife I have to do that. That's all right.
We need to make sure she knows.
I do want to put one on.
Okay, you let us know when and we'll work it out.
Okay, the club name is Southeast Missouri Service. Club.
So mid-county service Rotary? Mid-county Rotary. I like that. I think that's okay.
Say that again.
It's already one of your selections.
We had Midwest County.
Midwest. What I said.
This is
It's in the mid-county, which was an old name.
It wasn't a, yeah. We had Rotary.
Would we have to put in Midwest St. Louis County or?
No.
You don't.
You don't have to.
No.
I
Okay.
suggest- Just so that when we're out other places, it will identify who we are.
How about St. Louis Interstate Rotary Club? We're right off the interstate.
No.
Well, you know, your people traveling, you know, some, everybody go downtown, now they come out to West County and the hotels. And, you know, usually access.
so being new, so there is a St. Louis Rotary Club.
Yeah.
There is,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's Club 11.
Pardon?
It's the 11th Rotary Club out of Internet.
So,
I'm kind of read, I'm a new guy here. I kind of like the idea of Greater St. Louis Rotary Club as a complement to the, I mean, that's the way I see it.
Lesser St. Louis Rotary Club.
It is very less,
I know.
less behavior control. We know that, but it'd be up to us to show the rest of the world.
We can start challenging them on their foundation giving every year.
That's right.
They're giving 17,000 this year. That's great.
How large is the Greater St. Louis?
130.
See, they're the only club in the city of St. Louis. They have.
Is there satellite club listed separately on the reports? What's their satellite? Civil life?
The St. Louis Pavilion?
The civilian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is separate club, it's
No.
a satellite club of
It's Satellite Club of St. Louis. So
Okay.
They are members of St. Louis Club 11.
Do they still need a civil life brewery or?
No, that's under reconstruction right now, major, we're meeting another bar, South.
Yeah. It still exists though.
Oh,
so going
absolutely.
on.
I talked to one of the leaders
Yeah.
this week.
I like the two, those are the two that are coming out.
Yeah.
My brain on top, Greater St. Louis or Spirit of St. Louis.
Yeah.
The Spirit of St. Louis would tie us in, to the airport area.
Well,
For
it's
those
the
that know,
It's the other airport.
well, they're both.
To me, Greater St. Louis, to me, I'm thinking what popped in my head was Boy Scouts, Greater St. Louis Area Council.
Yeah.
And the problem is with them, their footprint now extends to the last Illinois county before Paducah, Illinois, and 2 counties from Indiana. And I don't know how far north, so it's almost, that made me a little bit.
It's also north of the border.
It's almost like 5 states.
It's gotten even bigger since they absorbed the Illinois council over there. Almost
Well, the YMCA has changed their metropolitan, they changed their, what they call themselves. And they picked up more than 5, I don't know. I think it's more than the metropolitan YMCA. Water geographic.
Well, we can always put naming rights out there.
Your name here.
Become the Enterprise Rotary Club.
The Robinette Rotary Club
Yeah,
came
no.
up as a.
Thompson Heating and Cooling Supply Rotary Club.
That's correct.
I like your name here. Just define it.
Now we're getting silly.
So, well, not to, so the thought process is, we'll continue discussion. This won't be the last discussion on it. But we'll continue discussion at the club level. If you have other names that pop up, let us know. One thing that's nice is Doug Bray, which, he has told Jerry that he's more than willing to take a look at the name and make sure that, we're not missing something. Or that, it's not limiting us. Yeah, it's an outsider. The thought process is to make sure we do all this so that we're doing it official. And then at the end is the board can narrow it down to 3 or 4 and we can take a vote on it as a club. Narrow it down to 2 process, so narrow it down to 2. And the board can take a vote on it, and the membership can take a vote on it. And we'll all be happy with whatever it ends up being, maybe what Mitch likes and I don't, or whatever, but if we all have a say in it, that we're all fine with it, and nobody's upset about it.
My suggestion would be to have all of that done by end of March, to give Rotary time to go through the machinations they're gonna take.
Okay.
So that everything has a stamp of approval by July 1. Because if you send it up there at the end of June or middle of June, they're so busy on your end stuff. Let's give them some more.
Oh, I think too, it would be a time to announce it.
Yeah, I think that's
True.
cool. idea.
Do we have any thoughts about not to change topics or anything, but since we're going to discuss this more and more, any thoughts about the last week of December doing something?
No meeting. It was
No meeting.
decided.
The 29th.
Powers to be.
I may have a drink without you.
I just want to offer one thing, some thoughts that came to my mind on the Spirit of St. Louis. I find that exciting because I start thinking of what was the original Spirit of St. Louis, and what can we improve upon and get rid of and whatever. And then also the Spirit of St. Louis is a pretty big umbrella, is the way I look at it. We wouldn't have to limit geographically.
Right.
We are a service organization, and that's the foundation of our spirit. We want to make things better for as wide an umbrella of our group as possible. But anyway, and we lost that name, I think, from the airport.
Can we use the airplane? Absolutely. Yeah.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
You'll never
You
miss
got
it.
the arch and the spirit service.
And actually, you can do something on the banner, you could do the live, you could have the plane flying through there.
You know, when there's guys tear the airplane down.
Can't do it in real life, but you could do it that way. Just saying.
Do they still have the mock?
No, they got cameras, they will check the tail.
Well, you can still-
Well, you can do it once. You will get caught. There will be consequences.
Is there still a Spirit of St. Louis hanging in the air, Lambert Field somewhere now?
Yeah. It's down in,
I think they also got a plane, is that identified as the Maryland Heights Rec Center, Spirit of St. Louis? There's an airplane out there.
Well, I know if you find your photo op with the Spirit of St. Louis club members around.
You all show up at the airport?
We would be going to the security guard, I don't think.
No.
Speaking of airplanes, we did, anybody toured the Freeport Airport historic airplane?
No,
They got 3 hangars of restored antique aircraft. That they open on Saturday.
Cool. Wonder if they'd open it special for us.
Wouldn't be one.
okay, we have a drawing. Thanks everybody for the discussion and also thanks for considering to step up for an officer position. Want to pull it out? I'll pull mine out. That'll work. It's only 5 minutes. Okay.
004. I got 003. How about that?
Mr. Town.
While we're doing that, when Tom's about to lose,
I saw Jack joined us.
This is kind of where y'all.
Hi, Jack.
You got any thoughts, Jack? Not on the internet.
So is Mound City taken? Or
Mound City. Yeah, it's kind of old timey.
say it again? Old timey?
A lot of people that wouldn't even put 2 and 2 together, right? But that was our name for a while. The Mound City. St. Louis was the Mound City,
We had all those Indian burial.
which they desecrated and tore down and put interstate over.
What's the name of that Canadian one?
Well, there's a Mound City chocolate company or that.
yeah.
We could right there.
We need to add it to our list.
We did.
I did.
Okay, great.
Thanks, Jack.
Did Tom lose?
Yes.
Fabulous.
And one other shameless plug is some of you that I had addresses for in my computer system at work received a flyer, but we're doing a toy diaper drive again this year at the pharmacy to help 0 to 3-year-olds. So it's developmental toys and diapers.
What day you can do that?
Well, we're collecting them now. That's
Oh, okay, so you drop off during normal business hours.
Yeah.
What new diaper?
We prefer.
We're bringing it on Wednesday and overload it.
I bought all the wrong sizes yesterday. I was in the adult section.
Anybody else have anything for the good of the club?
On that note,
Jack, Jerry, anything for the good of the club? All right. Anybody else? Yeah. I always do. Thank you, guys.